1508 National ID Card versus May 7, 2025 ID. Me Card exposed. Why nationality is everything. In a world increasingly governed by digital identity systems and centralized control, a silent battle rages between sovereignty and surveillance. At the center of this struggle lies the contrast between two very different identification systems, the 1508 National ID Card and the upcoming May 7, 2025, Real ID Compliant ID Me Card. On the surface, both appear to serve the same purpose, verifying identity. But under closer examination, one empowers you as a national, the other binds you to a corporate fiction. Understanding this difference could mean the key to protecting your freedoms, your assets, and your true heritage. What is the 1508 National ID Card? The term 1508 refers to Title 15, Section 1 to 508 of the U.S. Code, often used by sovereigns and Moorish American nationals to express their non-citizen national status. The 1508 National ID Card is a private identification document rooted in international law, treaties, and the right to self-identify. It declares that you are an Aboriginal and Indigenous national of the land, not a 14th Amendment citizen, not a U.S. corporate entity, but a living soul with rights recognized by the Creator and by treaty. This card often bears titles such as Moorish American, Washita, or other Indigenous identifiers, and is not issued by the federal government, but by private nationhood or trust entities. The purpose of the 1508 card: it is an affirmation of status. You are not volunteering into a commercial jurisdiction or corporate structure, but standing on your square, exercising your natural, spiritual, and international rights. In practical terms, it signals that you are not subject to U.S. corporate statutes unless you consent. This card often accompanies other documents like a private trust, travel affidavit, or expatriation form to protect your freedom from the increasing overreach of centralized governments. The May 7, 2025 ID. Me Card. What you need to know. In contrast, the Real ID Act requires all Americans to upgrade to federally compliant identification by May 7, 2025. To receive it, individuals must undergo facial recognition scans, biometric data collection, and link their ID to a centralized government database via platforms like ID.me, a third-party identity verification contractor. ID.me has already sparked controversy. It uses AI-powered facial recognition, stores sensitive biometric data, and shares it with federal agencies including the IRS, DHS, and potentially law enforcement. Essentially, this system treats you as a digital asset rather than a living being. Your movement, transactions, and even employment could become contingent on maintaining a compliant ID in the system. The real purpose of ID. Me and Real ID. This isn't just about safe travel. This is about the consolidation of power. The Real ID acts as a domestic passport. Without it, you won't be able to board flights, enter federal buildings, or even access certain services. But once inside the system, you are tracked, profiled, and ranked. Your digital ID becomes your leash. Your compliance becomes your chain. Why nationality matters more than ever. Your nationality is your shield. Nationality is a political and spiritual declaration that you are not property of a corporate fiction. It aligns you with a bloodline, a land, and a legacy that predates the U.S. corporation. Under treaties like the Treaty of Peace and Friendship with Morocco, 1787, Moorish Americans have internationally recognized rights, but you must claim them, or they remain dormant. By declaring your nationality, you shift from being a subject to a sovereign. You become a creditor, not a debtor. You protect your estate, your family, and your future. With a 1508 ID supported by affidavits and private trust structures, you travel not as a U.S. citizen, but as a national with inherited rights. In summary, the 1508 National ID is based on divine law, natural law, and international treaties. The Real ID Me system is based on surveillance, control, and biometric tagging. May 7, 2025 is the deadline for full compliance or full rejection. Nationality puts you back in power. Citizenship without choice is slavery by another name. This is your wake-up call. Do your research, secure your documents, know your status. You were never meant to be a number in someone else's system. You are a sovereign being. Choose accordingly.